Hello and welcome to our second live stream of Windstorm: The Legend of Khiimori. It is our upcoming open world action adventure for consoles and PC. And if you're tuning in for the first time, in Windstorm: The Legend of Khiimori, you play as Nara, a young courier rider in 13th century Mongolia. So, exploration and survival on horseback is key to succeed. We will have some live gameplay today. We will answer your questions, so please drop some. We will have exciting news, but first, let's kick off with our very first gameplay trailer.
In the untouched expanse of the Mongolian wilderness, only the best prepared Yam courier rider stands a chance of survival. Breed, raise, and train your horses. Collect, craft, and maintain your resources. But above all, plan your delivery wisely. Windstorm: The Legend of Khiimori.
Awesome.
Right, so please welcome our first guest.
Hi, I'm Jackie, QA Director here at Aesir, and be showing you some gameplay along the way.
AKA the Loot Goblin.
The Loot Goblin, yes.
I'm Adriano, Communications Manager here at Aesir Interactive. You probably saw, read from me if you follow our social media channels, and also some live streams or other things we do external communication-wise. And obviously Rupert as our host today.
Yes, thanks so much. It's my honor. And so let's kick off with the first topic with the alpha playtest. So the alpha playtest is exclusive to our backers on Kickstarter, but don't worry, we will go into early access soon, but that's a topic for later. And we had some major updates for the alpha playtest. Can you tell us something about these?
Yeah, sure. I mean, some of them you already see in the gameplay trailer we showed right off. It's really amazing what the team did so far, especially environment-wise and also gameplay-wise. So, for example, we implement the glorious riding. It's basically if you ride into a new area or a city or something else like a POI, the camera will zoom around and cool music from our composer fades in and introduced you the new POI.
Yeah, I really like it, like eternally glorious riding, right? Yeah. It's quite subtle, but that's one of these little nice details that shows how much love we put into the game, right?
Exactly, yeah. Also with the little birds.
Exactly, yeah. Perfect timing, Jackie.
Yeah, you get a really good overview of like the landscape and your friends along the way.
Obviously all these is still in alpha, so we will do many improvements there, but I really like it already.
So, and what are other features like that we updated in the alpha playtest?
It will be the new gate, like we have walk, trot, canter, and now we have gallop, so a faster gate. It's also pretty cool because you have the little stripes around your character and also the horse. That you get really fast because the open world is really big now, and
yes, it got even bigger, right? So thanks to Kickstarter we managed to make the game world even bigger than originally intended. And yes, we also have like content updates, right, as well in the alpha playtest update, for example, like giant waterfalls, right? What else was there?
Giant waterfalls in the valley. for example. I think we showed them in the latest Kickstarter update. And also the desert ruins, they're pretty cool.
I love the desert ruins.
Yeah, it looks really nice so far. Yeah, we have also invented new items for crafting, obviously, because survival will be still there, a big thing.
And of course, we fixed hundreds of bugs.
Yeah.
We fixed a number of bugs, yeah.
And
We received a number of them from the community. So thank you for sending those in.
Do you know around how many bugs reported was?
For the first release, it was 8,000 around. I don't know if it was close to 9,000, but we received thousands of bugs, and yeah, it took us a while to process them. So I think you'll find that we fixed a lot of things along the way. But as they mentioned, this is still like in a early state, so there's going to be some issues. Maybe, but if you do find them, you can report them via the bug reporter.
Yeah, maybe directly if you see that in the stream.
Yeah, I have to
You
like
can
grab
report
the key. You can't do it via gamepad, but yeah, with keyboard you can.
I think exactly. So with the bug reporter, then we get a lot of comments on Discord, also on our Kickstarter updates, on all social media channels actually. And yes, I mean, as you've seen in the end slate of the trailer we just showed, the early access moved by a couple of months from summer to fall 2025, and this is because there's only one chance for a first impression, because early access that will happen on Steam and the Epic Game Store will be available to everyone. So we really want to make sure it's a polished and fun experience. And thank you so much, backers and fans and people on Discord helping us, saying the wishes, feature wishes, what they imagine, what they want the game to be, and of course reporting the bugs.
Yeah, and
So-
Rupert, do you also know what's really important if you want to survive in Mongolia 1300? Archery. So
Archery, yes.
archery is also planned in. Sadly, we can't show it right now, but for the Gamescom build we have in it. So archery and hunting on horseback, it's pretty important for our game right now, and it's awesome how it looks right now. So I'm really excited to show you this feature at Gamescom.
Yes, exactly. And this brings us perfectly to the next topic. We have already announced that we will be on Gamescom this year, and we're really super proud because it will be in the consumer area. We will have, how much is it? I think 12 gaming stations where you can play, everybody can play hands-on Windstorm, the Legend of Khiimori. We will have a very cool booth with a special design, but we don't want to spoil it yet. Of course, most important thing that you can play the game with archery, such a cool new feature. But there will also be a nice giveaway contest on Gamescom, because we've partnered up with MIFCOM, our dedicated partner for high-end gaming PCs, and there will be only 2 custom-made MIFCOM kick-ass gaming PCs in this world. You will see them soon on screen, and we will give away one on Gamescom, and for those who cannot make it to Gamescom, the second one will be given away via social media, via a giveaway contest.
Yeah, maybe I should also write a post or post something to try to win this PC, because it looks really awesome. So
Yes.
I wish I had this at my home, but no, visit our booth. Spoiler, it's Mongolian themed.
Yes.
But it would be awesome to have a meet and greet with all of you.
Adriano will be there.
I will be there. Troy, you probably already can chat with him in our live chat. Our community director will obviously also be there. So
Yes. We fly him in from the US.
yes, it will be really awesome to see all of you at Gamescom to show our latest builds. Because the release of alpha of early access is pretty close, as Rupert said, in fall 2025. So don't miss this opportunity, I would say.
Cool, great. So I think we have covered all topics.
Yep.
Thank you very much for your time.
Pleasure
And
every time.
Yes, please stay tuned for more news on the game and social media posts. And we would now please like to welcome our next guest, which is the one and only Valentin.
Bye bye.
Goodbye. And welcome.
Hello.
Valentin, please once again quickly introduce yourself.
Hello, my name is Valentin. I'm probably not the only Valentin in the world, but I am one at least. And I am a senior 3D artist for Aesir Interactive and specifically on Windstorm, The Legend of Khiimori. And as such, I'm very happy to showcase all of this stuff to you. That's a very exciting experience. Those showcases are, you could say, the first live experience of showing people directly, apart from the alpha playtest, of course. Yeah. And I'm of course here to answer the question you might have, and the question that were already submitted in advance.
Yes, so let's jump to some of the questions. And one thing I may add, that you're really a horse professional. You go riding 2 or 3 times a week, right?
Yes, I'm not a professional. I don't compete. I am a pleasure rider. But yes, I do have a horse, and I'm there like 5 days a week.
Wow. That's great, and this is really what the game needs, and all this love and attention to detail. Because at the end, in Windstorm, The Legend of Khiimori, it's a game with horses at its core.
Yeah, I've noticed this. They seem to be all around the place. Yeah.
I've yet to meet your horse.
I mean, through no fault of my own, I've invited you multiple
True,
times to
true.
visit the stable. Yeah.
And it's just very far away.
The horses, cats, like all the stuff that
Yeah.
riding stables have to offer. All the great stuff.
Really fantastic.
All right. So I would like to jump into some of the questions you already got. So the first one, can you give us some information about the protagonist? Who is she? What's her name? And why is the protagonist so young? What's her name? We all know Nara, but that's her nickname. What's her true name?
Yeah,
Nara, go ahead.
the full name, we can have a competition who pronounces it better.
Okay, good.
My attempt would be Naranchimeg. I don't know if any Mongolians listening to this live stream say whose pronunciation was the best. Jackie, your attempt?
I was going to say Naramanchimek. Or, no, I have it mixed up, but yeah, it's the same.
Okay, Rupert?
Okay, I'll pronounce it the Austrian way.
Yeah,
Nara Chimek.
it's the
Okay.
same.
Maybe that's close. Who knows?
Who knows where the stress falls there? Yeah, but she's called Nara. Why is she so young? Well,
I think, she's a teenager, right?
she is, and in the past, like in the 13th century, Mongolia and otherwise, people were considered to be like of age a lot earlier, right? So we can't give her exact age just yet, but she would already have some agency, right? She would already have
So as
some things to her. So
as a teenager at that time, she probably already has a lot of tricks up her sleeve and a lot of capabilities. But of course, there's also new things to explore and new things to learn. So it's a really good mix and interesting
it's
age.
a great period in your life in
And,
general, and in 13th century Mongolia as well.
And our game designer Nikolai, who sadly couldn't join us today, he also had a very good sentence about this, and I just want to say it now. He said that this also kind of mirrors or reflects the player. So not in terms of how old is the player, but in terms of that also for the player, this is a new world, experiencing 13th century Mongolia for the very first time, just as Nara is doing in her life, experiencing so many new things.
For all of you watching, since we have that on screen right now, I would like to take a chance to take a note of the mane of the horse that we are seeing, which is the wrong color. And we are aware that it is, and it is actually fixed already, but our build is not the newest one because we're using the most stable one so that it doesn't crash and whatnot. So rest assured, the Appaloosa Complex blanket colors the hair underneath it correctly.
This is what I said. This is why Valentin is so valuable, because valuable for us and for the project, because this attention to detail.
Yeah, it looks nice
very
though.
much. Thanks very much. Okay,
Even though it's
another
not accurate.
question. Since we got the cooking goal, remember in Kickstarter we reached the stretch goal cooking. I think it would be a cool idea to get goats and sheeps into the game. and since they are a major part of the Mongolian culture. So in this case, I have to say that it's not the whole cooking design is not final yet. We're working on it, and of course, this is a very cool idea, especially when it comes to milk, goat milk, sheep milk. But we cannot confirm anything here. But it's definitely a good idea, and we're really always trying to give as much attention to detail and pay respect to the Mongolian culture as good as possible.
I mean, wishlist our game, buy our game when it comes out. You will get more stuff if if the game sells.
Yes, exactly.
Like, share, subscribe. Yeah.
This is perfect also for the next question. Like, I was wondering if Khiimori will ever see a multiplayer, right? So currently there's no multiplayer planned, but it really all depends, as you said, on the early access. If the early access is successful, the more features we can put into the game, the more content we can put into the game. And again, multiplayer is not planned, so please don't say that we promised it. But even things like this are only theoretically possible if early access is successful. So this is why fall 2025 really will be a very, very important step for this project and for this game. And we want to make the best game possible. But for this, we need all your support, to spread the news and spread the love that early access has launched.
I mean, we are trying to also not succumb to feature creep too much, because we are focused on really smooth early access, and so the core features are smooth. And believe us, multiplayer is anything, not just with our game, with any game that gets announced. The first question in the first comment on YouTube under the announcement trailer is there going to be multiplayer? So of course thought has been given to it, but the focus now is on the single player experience and on the smooth and enjoyable experience. Yeah.
All right. And the next question, please. I think there was another one. Yes. Oh, I don't know where this question is coming from. Is it true that romance is coming to the game? So, well, if this is meant like romance as it is in Baldur's Gate, then no.
No bears, sorry. I mean, yes bears, but not bears in that sense.
All right, cool. So
I'm sure you can fall in love with the landscape. I mean,
yes,
yes,
very
there are many different kinds of love. Exactly.
In
yes,
that way,
you
it
fall
is
in
like
love with
love
the
story
medieval
to Mongolia, yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so are there any more questions incoming? We've covered some. Okay, so no new questions on the screen yet, but let's talk about the game a bit more. So what are we seeing here?
I'm just completing the tutorial. I just started a new game. And making my way to the top.
Oh, and your horse is already 2 out of 3 slots injured. Very good.
Yeah, I'm not a very good horse owner. But Loop Goblin. Yeah, so we're just going to the top, just playing through the first couple missions, and then we'll be in the hub quite soon. And as you've seen, the glorious writing gives you a really nice overview of the world. When I'm on the horse right now, I'm just walking up.
I'm not sure if the live stream are also getting sound. Probably not, because
I think so.
It's getting sound, yes.
From
nice
the the game, yeah. But yeah, Gloria's writing also has some really nice music theme underlying it.
All right. Are there some more questions? I have to check the second screen. Yes. One question is, will the HUD be adjustable in any way? Yes, I mean, everything in this game, or with customization, is in general a very, very big topic for this game. So we want to make sure as much as we can that this game can be customized and the way the player likes. This is also why we'll have 3 difficulty settings. So we will have a hardcore survival mode if you want. So of course it's called differently. We will have the normal difficulty setting.
Hardcore.
But we will also have what we call the peaceful mode, right? So really for every sort of player or for every experience you want to have, if you're more of a cozy gamer or if you're more a hardcore survival fan, this game will offer and tailor to all of these players with different difficulty settings, and of course also the HUD will be changeable. So will the early access also be on PlayStation 5 is a question we got. And no, early access will not be on consoles. So early access will happen on Steam and on the Epic Game Store. And this will be this fall. And then, together with the feedback of early access and together what we learn and experience, we are prepping up for the full launch. And the full launch will be on PC and on consoles. And also because we get a lot of questions about story, I have to say that the story is really one of our best kept secrets, but we internally already know what the people are cooking up there, so this is going to be...
I know nothing.
No, nothing.
Yes, that's the official thing. Nobody knows anything, but just okay. Let me. I will take a bold step. It will play a major aspect. It will be big. It will be fantastic, but not for early access. So early access only on PC, and then full launch PC and consoles with exciting new content. Good. All right. How broad a cost range is planned for horses? How broad a code range? Excuse me.
Code range.
My eyes.
I assuming that the people are talking about the code color. Yeah, that's a good question and a good opportunity to explain how coloration of codes in our game in general works. Unlike certain other horse games, we're not doing just manually done materials for this and that type of phenotype, like horse code color. But rather we have developed a system that is based on real-life horse genetics and that will mix and match them as again in real life to produce the variations. So the variations, I don't want to use the word endless, but there's going to be a lot of them, right? Our system currently doesn't include all of the genes possible. We don't have some of them, but we have the base ones. And we have some of the more exotic ones, one that I already mentioned, like the current horse that you are seeing has an Appaloosa pattern, one of the potential expressions of an Appaloosa pattern, this like blanket marking on the hindquarters. And the way it's going to work is exactly as it works in real life. We're going to have base color genes that get then diluted, then they can get then patterns on top of them, and all of that together, like also the leg markings, those white socks, the various face markings, like stars in the forehead, nose bridge markings, all of that gets combined together, so there's going to be quite some variability there. And the cool thing is that the system is actually extendable. That's not in priority right now to add more genes in there, but it is highly doable, right? And if all goes well, that's definitely my wish, to add more and more and more genes to the pool so that we can get even more variation. Yeah.
So, thanks very much for this detailed answer.
Yeah, stop me when I start rambling, because I can.
That's exactly what we want. You know, we strive to be like the most in-depth horse game on the planet. So really pay respect also to this special relationship between human and horses. So that's all good. We got a sound question about sound effects. For example, the sound effects when you give the horse an apple, is it final? No, of course not. Everything you see here and everything that is in the alpha playtest is not final, and especially sound effects will be something that will be polished until the end. So sound and music is not final. Also, we got a question about
if I might,
yes, please.
A quick note on sound. We are trying to pay attention to various horse vocalizations, because I know that it annoys me a lot in media, not just games, that all the horses do is just go "Ooh," which is a highly specific sound, and it is meant for communication. That's a horse like announcing his presence over long distances, right, to identify each other, and that's not the only sound horses make, and that's not the most often sound horses make. So we try to tap into the variety of various like groans and grumbles and sound of horse wanting for food. And we also try to apply those sounds in the situations that actually make sense, not just winning because that's what people know. So that's something about the sound as well, might be interesting.
Cool. And some early access questions. So first of all, will the early access also have German subtitles? Yes, it will have German subtitles, but also Spanish, Italian, etc., etc. English subtitles, of course. So we plan to release the game, I think, in 8 or more languages at the end. So yes, there will be subtitles in early access already. And how much will it cost? Well, this is not 100% defined yet, but of course we are aiming for a fair and great price, because we want people to play the game, right? We don't want to have the cost of the game to be any gate. And last not least, we also have a question about the frame rate. So the frame rate is of course for every game important. We want to have a smooth and fluid experience, and of course we're striving like any other developer to have a great frame rate for the early access. If you haven't seen a great frame rate, yes, in some of our footage, then it's because the game is still, work in progress, and also because we as developers have the approach to rather show a bit more of the game, show a bit stuff in the development, than keeping everything back and then just coming with finer polished footage. So yes, everything will be smooth. If you have a decent PC, that's where we're also happy to partner up with MIFCOM, our partner for high-end gaming PCs. But yeah,
at least for 2 people, the frame rate will be good.
No.
No, but I'm joking, of course. We are paying a lot of attention to performance. And
we're optimizing it. And as you can imagine, optimizing always comes later, right? First, you want to make the game that everything works, that you can test it, that you can play it, right? And then you optimize it, and the frame rate gets better and better. And already in the alpha playtest updates, we could see that the frame rates got better. All right. So next question, I've done some talking now, so I will just post it over to you. Will you have a house and a stable?
Yeah, that's a good question, to which I cannot give an exact answer yet. We do have a stable. Well, it's a bit of a Mongolian type open stable, right? Because we want to bridge that, walk that border rather between gamification and being true to life. And so for the stable, we'll have a building where it's just easier for you to manage your horses, but it's kind of open looking. The visuals will try to reflect that feel. As for the house, you would have to ask in the second live stream one of our game designers, because I honestly am not aware of that. Might be. Like, nothing can be excluded. But I'm also not promising a house.
The house will more be like
there's not going to be a house, but you're going to have a home, which is gur.
Exactly. So the Mongolian type of tent is called gur, as you're already seeing in the build. And we got another question, because we just got the subtitles question. Now we got the VO question. So currently planned is only English voiceover. All right. I love this. This already reminds me of Studio Ghibli. These beautiful flowers and the way you approach this. It's really heartwarming for me. And what's important to say, we're playing now the first part of the game, the tutorial missions, but there's already, when it comes to diversity and to different landscapes, a lot more in the game. Something we do not want to spoil yet, but everything is already there. So we will have not only the typical Mongolian beautiful grasslands, but we will also have desert, we will have mountains, because Mongolia is actually on a very high altitude, so we will have mountains, snow-covered mountains, and we will have all types of ground types. We will have swarms, we will have dry ground, wet ground, we will have all types of weather effects, so snow, rain, fog, etc., wind, sunshine. So it's a very, very, just riding through the landscape is very entertaining and diverse. Will we be able to interact with NPCs even if they are not related to any deliveries? For example, saying hello in passing. That's such a detailed question, and I would assume yes. I mean, obviously you can also talk to other NPCs and not only the ones that have a quest for you. But to what amount this will be, I think this question is a bit too detailed. Maybe a game designer can answer this question then in our next live stream. But what I definitely can say, that we're aiming for a live and breathing open world.
Yeah,
right?
Exactly. We want the world to be interactive and
stay tuned to find out.
Stay tuned to find out. Exactly.
That's a good answer. Yeah, I should answer that instead of
we should use it more often.
Come back next time. No.
So I think you should stay tuned to find out if, besides the Mongolian breed, will there be a large... Oh my god, the question disappeared. Will there be other breeds? Yes, we already confirmed this. There will be other breeds available for the player, right?
Yeah, but I think the question specifically asks for like larger, taller horses. We have 2 of the breeds confirmed, which are Khalteke and Fergana. Khalteke is not necessarily taller, it is, but not by much. It's more of a thin, elegant horse, right? Fergana is an extinct type of horse, but we are taking pains to reconstruct it. And hopefully everyone will be thrilled with the result. But the short answer is yes. The long answer is also yes. But for now, we can only disclose 2 of them. Yeah.
And once again, as I said last time, the breeding system is so deep, it's so sophisticated, it's so much fun, and you have to breed the right horse, or either through breeding, taming, training. You must have the right horse at hand for the task that you and the quest you're currently approaching. So this is very deeply connected, and I think the breeding system is so deep and cool that we should do our own live stream just about this in the future. Another question: does the weather that we've just mentioned will have a big influence? Yes, weather will have not a big but a massive influence. The ground types will change. So dry ground, it rains, it gets wet, it gets muddy. Some horses can deal better with muddy grounds, others not so well. Or deliveries, that are maybe timed because you need to deliver, I don't know, a soup that should stay hot when it arrives, just a random example, right? Then which horse is the right horse for this delivery, connected to the weather and ground type. So that's the cool thing about this game. Should you ever play one and the same mission again, right, it will never ever feel the same the second time you play it, because there's so many variables such as the weather and the ground types, that every mission feels fresh the second time around. All right, will you be adding more horse injury animation, or due to incentivizing treating them when they occur? Yes, of course. Once again, it's a work in progress build, and I think there's more details planned here, right?
Yeah, I'm not going to go into too much detail, but yes, they are already being put in. Yeah, we definitely want to incentivize the player to treat their horse better than Jakey does her horse, which already has an injury.
Oh no!
Oh, really?
Yeah, actually, you might try use that opportunity and showcase one of the treatment animations that we have. If you craft the bandages right now.
Okay.
Yeah, well, you can do that in the background.
No, I don't have
All right.
bandages.
You don't have
Crafting is, of course, also very important. Resource collecting resources, maintaining resources, upgrading your
can buy
character,
some.
crafting. All these things are very important. That's what we mean when we say survival on horseback. Will there be a limit to the amount?
Actually, Jackie, sorry,
Please,
could you walk and look at the horse from the
Sure.
side? I think it was limping right there. I might have imagined it just walk forward.
Sorry, I'm
Yeah,
playing in
you
camera mode.
will notice that the horse is limping, so
Mhm.
Jackie treats her not well. The horse hates you, but it does show you that it's
I
limping.
did this for y'all to show you.
Oh,
animation.
okay, that's the viewer's fault. Yeah, it's always like that. Yeah, but
Yeah, it
that's
is
the way
adventure.
definitely looking into having those things be impactful in our game and add to the experience.
All right. Will there be a limit to the amount of horses we can have when breeding or buying them? I guess there is always a certain limit, right? Because just because of CPU reasons. But yeah, definitely you can breed many horses. You can keep many horses. You can probably upgrade your stable.
Yeah, probably there's going to be a limit. I'm not going to be able to have 1 million horses or something. But I can't give you an exact answer right now. That's also probably something for being balanced and subject to player feedback in the future. Yeah.
But as we're asking the player to try out new stuff, new breeds with different strengths, of course, you will be able to keep plenty of beautiful horses. So to what extent you will be able to customize your character? So character customization, is a big topic. We know that people are asking for it. Currently, there is some planned, but once again, the more successful our early access will be, the more character customization we will put into the game. But there will already be different skins, just as our backer exclusive skin for the Kickstarter backers.
I mean, the main character is Nara still, so if the question is about a character creator or something like that, I don't think so, at least.
No.
Yeah, but as far as having different outfits and such, stuff is being planned.
And will we be able to customize your horse? Yes, there will be horse customization. We have already reached this stretch goal. So there's also a lot of info on our Kickstarter page. But of course, if you want the latest info, then the best way is to hop over to Steam, where we also have like monthly dev diaries with topics. And of course, follow us on our social media channels. I think we just had a really successful TikTok video right on Friday, where we're talking about gating and horses in our game Winston, the Legend of Khiimori. So yes.
And gate here refers to G-A-I-T, not G-A-T-E, which means like the ways the horse runs, not gates that you open and close. Just to clarify.
Because even internally this is something confusing, because gating is also an important topic in game design, right? So easily explained in a classic Metroidvania game, right? You get whatever, a special shot, and with the shot you can access new areas. And of course we will also have gating in Winston, the Legend of Khiimori, because you can train your horse, you can upgrade your horse, you can breed new horses, you can tame new horses, and with new horses you can reach new areas, and you can complete more missions, and you can explore the world even more and even better. There will be an opportunity to breed. Yes. Can we decide which ones we use?
Yes, of course. Oh, nice, your horse glitched. Don't look at it.
And with glorious riding providing some stunning sights, thank you so much. Are there any plans for photo mode? And yes, we will have a photo mode in the game.
Right, there's a question of would you consider sorry, I'm butchering the name. Scythian horse armor. Hopefully I'm reading that right. But I know what the question is about. It's one of the also like famous nomadic civilizations. Maybe nomadic. Don't quote me on that. The answer is we will consider everything and anything so long as you like, share, subscribe, and buy the game. Haha. But yeah, I think that question can be tied back into the question of horse customizations, and there are going to be alternative tech sets for the horse, so the saddle, the bridle, etc. And how many of those we are able to make. Yeah, we definitely want to try and make some good and interesting ones. Yeah, nothing is barred. We will have a cyber sci-fi horse if the game sells 100 million copies in the first day.
Okay, good.
I mean, I'm not authorized to make this promise, but if that happens, I don't think anyone is going to blame me.
But another thing about breeding, can we also breed an all-rounder horse?
I'm not sure what an all-rounder horse is.
Well, maybe
meaning the functionality.
Yes,
like a
the
horse
functionality. That it's a good all-rounder.
Yes, of course. The breeding does not only concern the coat color and the markings, but it also influences what skills and traits and attributes the foal inherits from the sire and dame. And you can, of course, breed a super specialized horse that can jump really far, or you can try to breed just a good all-rounder horse. Yeah, and if an all-rounder is some type of breed that I'm not aware of, then sorry for misunderstanding the question, but I don't think so.
No, I think that's a perfect answer. So if you combine gating and gating in a clever way, you can reach new areas.
Yes.
Okay, so and we have some more questions. That's cool. Thanks so much for posting so many questions. We, for us as developers, the best thing that can happen that we see people like what we are doing, like our games. So really, thanks so much. This motivates us every day because it is a big project and it is sometimes demanding. But we're happy to go the extra mile if we see the support from our community. So thanks so much, and every question motivates us. So there's another question again. It's, will white markings affect skin color, such as a blaze over the snout creating pink skin?
Yes, they already do. They used to not do it, which was because, as we keep pointing out, everything is a bit in progress still. The system had to be tweaked a little bit. But yeah, they already do, and I will show it off a bit later when Jackie gives me the controller.
So
You want to show it now?
why wait? Yes, that's
Sure.
too exciting.
Don't you want to go
to wait
die
for.
from the wolves first?
Oh no! Oh come
Hold
on!
let me throw some stink
You're
bombs
holding-
at him.
Yeah.
Again, so that's a stink
I
bomb.
mean,
Wolf
that's
doesn't
animal
like it.
cruelty if I
And
ever
it
saw one.
works.
Yeah, but that's a nice way to
So
scare
you
away wolves.
need the controller?
Yeah,
There
that's.
you
I wonder how I can talk and play at the same time. But if you maybe
Of course.
hold the microphone for me and I'll just shout. Okay, now we will go into our secret levels. And
Yeah, that's the fun stuff, right? Dev menus
yes, dev menus.
and Unreal Crash Reporters.
Oh, unfortunate. It happens.
Okay.
Well, it's a dead bug.
Oh, no worries. But we have another question. So, when will we be able to interact with the wild horses? So, I'm not sure if this question is meant in the game or now as for the alpha playtest. But I think this is already
start.
planned for early access launch. Once again, on the day of early access, not everything planned for early access will already be there. We will have a nice Trello roadmap where you can see what updates we have planned. So every week we will have new updates. We will have, not only bug fixes, but more content, more features for the early access. So the early access is growing together with its player and the community. And yes, you will be able to interact with wild horses. When exactly, I cannot say yes yet. I can say yes, but not yet. Good. And a long question. So that's really good because it's very
Here, let me
long.
try.
So it takes a lot of time to read. I was wondering if you stray too far on foot from your horse, whether you would whistle your horse, and if it would just teleport immediately behind you, like a lot of other games, or would it be more similar to Red Dead Redemption 2 style, of which you need to keep in mind how far away you are from the horse, as they would only be able to hear you call from so far away. Okay, so that's the question. Wherever your horse is, when you whistle, will it immediately spawn behind yourself, or will it come riding towards you, or will it even not hear you when it's too far away? Anybody knows?
So yeah, I guess nobody knows precisely, but that is largely a question of balancing, right? Because realistically, of course, you wouldn't have a horse spawn on top of your head, and that might create some issues with the level of challenge in the game, right? Supposedly you climb somewhere or something, and then you just manifest your horse next to you. That would be a little bit weird. On the other hand, we also don't want to sacrifice playability and everything for realism. So there we definitely rely on how people feel playing the game, and we will try various approaches to that. I don't know, it might be put into settings or something, might be part of those difficulty modes that you talked about earlier. If you are hardcore Dark Souls horse gamer, then yeah, of course, you will not have your horse spawn. So
All right, then a quick question. Will you be able to swim either your horse or on foot? I think swimming is not planned, right?
far as I know, not as of yet.
And
Stay tuned to find out.
Stay tuned to find out.
stay tuned to find
Yeah.
out. And support our early access to make it happen. Next question: are there any plans are there any plans to incorporate illness? Yes, there are. Right, your horse can get
Yes.
not only injured but also sick.
Yeah, there's definitely conditions that the horse can get affected by. One of the conditions you've seen due to Jackie's negligent treatment of the horse already, so the horse gets a bit injured. And the horse can also get sick due to various factors, maybe eating something, maybe being uncared for a long time. And you will definitely have to feature maps. Yeah, you will definitely have to take care of that and keep that in mind. So yeah, this is planned. This is being done. Yeah.
Is this the one that we wanted to enter?
Yes, this is
Wait,
the one.
let's see.
Yeah, let's see.
Cool.
First.
Nice. And a quick question. So like the foals grow up, right? But you know, it's like not gradually, right? So we have foals and we have adult horses, right?
Yes, we do.
So we have foals with adult horses, but the adult
One
horses, they
second.
will not get like old and gray and then
There you go.
lose, I don't know, of some of the skills.
Yeah.
And so on. This is not planned.
So far we don't plan that because to the tone of our game, we feel is not really conducive to having this brutal realism of your horse dying of old age or becoming infirm and old and weak, right? If you manage to train up your horse to breed a great horse and train it up, that horse will stay fit forever. It is not realistic, but like we are there for enjoyment, not like hardcore realities, right? And we definitely want to encourage you to be a responsible horse owner, so there will be penalties for your horse fainting, being attacked by wolves, getting sick. You will have to treat it, but there will, at least for now, nothing is planned that will permanently disable your horse or make them weak and ill forever, something like that.
Exactly, and again, we're an open world action adventure, right? So it's not a horse simulator, right, where everything is 100% realistic. Of course, we want to be realistic and pay respect, but also we want, first of all, that it's fun to the player. So there will also be some fantastic elements in the game, right, that make it more fun, or we can influence breeding with items, which is not really realistic, but makes breeding even more fun, right? If you want to have special traits, then you can influence the breeding with items. So, you know, I think a good way to put it is if you have like simulation on one hand and a fantasy game on the other hand, then we're really somewhere in the middle.
Okay, now, can you hear me? I don't know. Yeah, let's try it like that. Now, for me to ramble about horse stuff again. Let's see, the map loaded up and I wanted to showcase a couple of things. So, first of all, I did an improvement pass of the horses. I did some a bit better sculpting and a bit better fur shading with an isotropy fur, and I think it's the most visible on the black horses like that. Look at that. Look at that highlight. Tasty.
Great.
Yeah, that was, I think, induced by me watching the Witcher trailer, and I got offended by their horse, so I wanted ours to be better. Yeah, so that, not a big deal, but I think it provides certain improvement. Also, coming to the question of white markings influencing the color of horse's skin, here we have this white, we are lucky enough to have this white-faced horse generated, and you can see that its muzzle and the skin around its eyes are indeed pink. And on the black horse you can actually see that as well. If he will stop bucking, yeah, you will see that part of it goes into pink as it transitions into skin. Yeah, you will also notice that, here, what I wanted to show as well, the markings, his Tobiano in this case, stop scratching, yeah. The Tobiano horse has a mane that matches the markings that it has on the body. Look, here you see, huh? Amazing, right? I don't know if
The
people,
attention to detail.
I don't know if people care about that, really, but
You care.
hopefully they do, and all of that work has not been in vain.
And
another thing, we added a bit of that's an interesting
Cute.
was generated. We added we added a dapple gray, which is realistically, all gray horses go to white with age, right? But we wanted to capture that stage of horse being dappled, so there it is, which also happens to have a face mask. That's why top part of its muzzle is actually pink. Yeah. What else? Yeah, I guess that's all I wanted to share so far.
Cool. So please keep walking around because I think that's quite fascinating.
Yeah.
And we do have a couple of related questions.
Yep.
So,
Blue eyes.
will there be a set pool of horses when you play the game, when you start the game, or will they be randomly generated?
Both actually. There are horses that, like the horses that you see here, the whole row of them, they live in the data table called predefined horses, and they are predefined. They are just for me to tune the more common phenotypes, basically, and to tune the looks. And we can define a certain horse, yes. But also the horses that you saw earlier, the ones that are like there walking around, they were spawned by a wild horse spawner, and that is just random. It
Nice.
takes our gene pool and takes the prevalency of genes. So like the bay horses will be the most common, like chestnuts, and then blacks, and then everything else will be a bit less common. And then it just generates it randomly. Yep.
And of course, not only horse breeding is very important for us, and also wild horses, right? That's what we also love about Mongolia, the horses running free and wild. So there with a question there, will the wild horses have different preferences and therefore different ways to tame them? Yes, they will have different preferences. Yes, there will be different ways to tame them. We also have herd behavior in there. And once again, in this game, we really want to pay respect to the horses. So horse taming will not be that you sneak up behind the horse, jump on it, and then try to tame it with force. It will be that you approach a horse from the front, right, and try to win its trust. And this also means different horses react differently, or can be how to say, baited. Maybe that's not the right expression, but can be convinced also in different ways that you can tame them.
Yeah, we're taking a bit more of a horse whisperer approach here. So here another Tobiano.
Then with another question about if the horse can perish, but again, this is not the approach we want to go. So
no, not really, no.
And is there any camping system to just set up a tent or a fireplace and chill? I love this question. Also, is there some kind of character customization in terms of clothes, hair, and stuff? So again, character customization. There is some planned, but it's when it comes to dresses and also different hairstyles, is possible, but not everything will be available on day one. But there is character customization planned. And the better the game performs in early access, the more we will put in there. But the really interesting question, I think, was the one with camping, right? And we have this in the game, and we call it like nomad camping. So that's really cool. That's your adventure. You write your own story, because you can really, on a longer quest, camp anywhere in the world and set up camp. And I think that's very, very nice to take. And you need breaks for your horse, so they can gain the powers again. So yes, nomad camping, the way we call it, will be a big thing in the game. What about a scaring system if a horse faints to an attacking animal? So yes, horses will get scared if animals attack, and maybe horses will even run away. So you have to find them again. But again, we will not have that the horses perish. Another question.
Here we're taking for the fainting in general, at least for now, it might change, but at least for now we're taking a bit more of a Monster Hunter kind of approach, right? If you faint, you just get restored at your latest save point or at your nomad camp that Trooper just mentioned, or something like that. So it's a little bit wishy-washy, right? How did you escape from being mauled by that bear? But you did. You got lucky, and somehow you survived, and your horse also. And now you have to take care of the fallout of being not careful enough to get mauled by a bear. Yep.
And I think there's a question somewhat related to is like, what about trust? Will you be able to build up trust even with the horse that you already own?
Yes, that's also one of the quite important systems. There's going to be trust and mood, and the mood will influence trust, and trust will unlock various skills and stats, and special. Not sure if it's correctly called abilities. I'm not sure of the terminology here that I'm using, but trust will make your horse more potent and a better companion to fulfill quests. And so long as the horse is in good mood, the trust will also increase faster and further. So yes, those systems are going to exist.
And if a horse refuses to trust you, then you can sell it. That's a bit of a joke because we just have this. We just have this question: can you also sell a horse? Yes, you will be able to sell horses.
Yeah, sure. You can also threaten your horse that if you don't trust me, I'll sell you. No, not really.
Or not bandage you.
And then one more question. I'm curious if we can have any other animals in the games like dogs. So as you can imagine, we internally here at Aesir Interactive are really, spending a lot of time researching 13th century Mongolia. And yes, dogs were very, very important for this culture. But so far, integrating a dog into the game is not planned. We really want to focus on the horse and really nail the horse and make it perfect. And so a dog is not yet planned, but it's a very good question, and I'm sure there are many people in the team that would love to see a dog in the game.
Yeah, just so long as Jake is still looking at those horses, I would like to point out that our animation team is also working quite hard on making the horses feel a bit more alive and improving how they just behave. So here are the horses that are considered yours, and those all are considered mine by default. Haha. If you can see that some of them stand with their neck lowered, a little bit sleepier, and then some of them are barking, and they're blinking and looking to the side from time to time. Yeah, here like that buckskin over there, it's looking just to the side. So yeah, just as we are trying to pay attention to the characters having alive feeling animations and behaviors, so as well for the horses. Yep.
Then the question, will you be able to paint your horse, for example, with war paint or patterns? Yes, this is planned. We already announced it via Kickstarter. So that's really cool. You can have your individual horse. And it was also a thing to paint yours with war paint. That's possible. Good. All right. So I think, wow, we covered a lot of topics today.
I forget how many already.
I don't know, I didn't count, but there was probably a lot.
No, I really think we covered a lot of topics today.
No, we did. A little bit of gameplay. The trailer was very cool. Kudos to the team that put that together.
So, yes, I think we can end the session today. There will be more live streams. Once again, please also follow our trailer roadmap and follow us on social media. And we are all really looking forward to the early access that will happen in fall 2025. And if someone has the chance to visit us on Gamescom, this would be fantastic. You can talk to us in person and enjoy the game live for everyone, hands-on for the first time.
Yes.